Hi tutors, so this is just a demonstration to show you how to use the new platform TutorCruncher. So immediately when you log on, you will see a dashboard which is going to say hi and it's going to say your name. So this is a demo account and so I'm just using a fake name Joe. Okay, so the dashboard is just to give you a summary of everything that's happened. So you can see here it's going to show you the number of students you've worked with, the number of hours you've done, how much you've been paid, how much you're yet to be paid. Okay. It also gives you the upcoming lessons, recent lessons you've done, and so forth. So just a summary of everything. That's also seen here on the overview. You'll be able to just see like a chart of everything. So the hours, how much you've been paid, and so forth. So yeah, then next we go to my profile. I want you to all just upload your stuff here. You can put your qualifications if you want to, some teaching skills. You can also just add your subjects that you guys can teach, right? I know sometimes just ask, can you do English? Can you do that? So I think it'll be easy if you can all just add here for me. You do English, you do CAPS IEB, you do grade 8 to 12, and even stuff that you don't usually do. Put it there as well, okay? Because I might just be looking for that if I can't find anyone, you know. And then if you can also click on edit profile, you'll be able to change your profile picture. So I would really like if you guys could do that. It just makes it easier to assign tutors and to see which tutors for which student. So if you can just put your profile picture here, it just makes it a bit easier. Okay. Then you can upload some documents if you want, like your CV and stuff, but there's no need. If you want to put your certificate, you can. So we're going to go through each tab and I'll explain them briefly. So next, let's go to payment orders. Payment orders is basically a summary to show you everything you've been paid. So it will say payment of 500 Rand on this date for 4 lessons, whatever it might be. So it's going to be basically like a summary. So it's very important that you keep a track and a record of all the lessons that you've done. So firstly, I want you to keep this track separately outside of TutorCruncher. So somewhere in a book or wherever you want to on Excel, you can put there for every month all the students you had, all the hours you did, all the dates. Okay, it's very important you keep a track of that, and we're also going to be doing it on TutorCruncher, but just so that there's extra consistency, please can you do that for me? And then it's going to just add more accuracy when we are tracking the payments. So this is where everything will show up. Okay, next we're going to go to the calendar tab. So the calendar tab will basically show you when your lessons are and give you a nice summary. Okay, so for example, we can see it says 1342 English, 1316 English, 1316 English. So I'm going to go into these and just explain it a bit better. So you guys can play around with these. This will show you week, this will show you your days, and this will show you a list. All right. It's up to you how you want to view it. We can also, I'm going to just go through the tabs here on the top. View and list helps you to look at everything in terms of a list to say what's coming, or if you want to view in terms of calendar. Then iCal feed, this helps you to link your calendar, your Google Calendar or Apple Calendar, and synchronize that with this calendar. So you can click on this link or this link to do that, and it'll give you some guidance. So if you want to do that and you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, so you can click into it, and if you get stuck, let me know. But it should give you some easy instructions. I think it takes you to another tab, and then it shows you from there. Next, we can click on add new lesson. But before I come here, I want to show you some other stuff. Okay, so for available jobs, please ignore this. Okay, so don't use this tab, don't go into this. It's not going to be important, right? Next, we can look at current applications. You can also ignore this. The next tab that you have to pay attention to is my jobs. Okay, so my jobs is going to show your lesson. So we see here it says English clients is John Sigamani. That is the parent. So the word client means parent on TutorCruncher. Okay, and job means class. Basically, that's what it means. So job equals class, client equals parent. Then the student is your student. Tutor rate is what you'll be paid per hour. Okay. Then I will set this up. I will set the first one up myself so that you see it on your platform, and then just so that you have something going, and then you can do it yourself afterwards. I just wanted to show everyone how you do it. So to do it, you click add lesson. But first, we're going to go to this current lesson. So it says English, and then we can see some details over here. So, okay, ignore Shakespeare in English, that was deleted. We're going to focus on this one, okay? So we're going to click on this lesson. The first lesson is Friday, 6th February from 13:42 to 14:42. So we see that on the calendar as well. That's what shows, okay? Now back to my jobs, English. Now, I've asked that we try keep the lessons at the same day of every week, and try do it at the same time. It just adds a lot more structure for you and for the tutor and for the parent. Sorry, for you, the student and the parent, and it just makes your job a lot more easier. So try see if you can do that. I do know that there are some unforeseen circumstances, that there are also difficult schedules from parents and students, but try your best. Okay. Now, if I click on actions, okay, wait, I'm going to first go here. Sorry, I'm going to click on English, and now I'm going to click here on actions. So we see it says add new lesson, edit, repeat, and delete. So I first want to explain repeat. So when I click on repeat, this will allow some structure. So I'm going to put weekly, and let's say I want to repeat every 1 week, right? So the lesson will happen every week, and let's say we saw it currently on a Friday. So I'm going to say every Friday we're going to have a class, and I can even put, let's say, 2 days a week. Let's say the lessons are 2 days a week, but I'm going to just put 1 day a week for now. So let's say Friday, and you stop after, it's going to be for the whole year, so let's say about 45 weeks. Okay, click save, and this lesson is going to repeat now. So we're going to go over to calendar, and we're going to see on every Friday these lessons are going to happen. If I go to the next month in March, see it's going to constantly take place on that Friday. The one that's repeating on Tuesday, that's a different lesson. Okay, so you can just ignore that. Okay, so that's how you can cause lessons to repeat. Now, okay, so I'm going to go back to the 6th. Okay, so I showed you how to repeat a lesson. You can edit a lesson as well. So let's say you want to change the time. So as I've mentioned, I'm going to just put a random lesson there, and then I want you to go and change it according to how you do your work. Okay, so that's why I've asked you to tell me the date, the days, sorry, that you do your class, because that's how I'm going to set it up. But then you must go and set up the correct time according to how you do your classes. So let's say Joe does his lessons every Friday, but he does it at 11:42, and then it says duration 1 hour automatically. You can click the time. So if you're doing a 2-hour lesson, you can make it 13:42, and it'll say duration of 2 hours now. So I'm going to make it 1 hour, and then it's going to automatically show. I'm going to update that lesson. I can apply it to future repeated lessons. As you saw, there's a button to do that. Okay, so now it's going to say Friday, 6 February, 11:42 to 12:42. Okay, if you want to delete the lesson, you can also do that. So you can delete this current lesson, and then it's going to be gone. Okay, so that's another thing that you can do. Then we see on the calendar that specific lesson for the 6th is removed. Then you can delete all repeated lessons as well. All right, now if we go back over here, I'm going to just click on the lesson that we do have, which is, let's click on this first one. All right, so this is Friday, 11th December. Okay, not the first one, but anyways, let's say I want to now add a new lesson. So there's two ways you can create your own lesson. So you can add a new lesson either within my jobs, and let's say you want to make it every Sunday. You want to make it at 16:55 to 17:55. Okay, so we're going to make it the 8th. Let's just check on the calendar. We see on the 8th it's showing here, right? So that's one way to do it. Another way is you can click on add new lesson, create lesson. So this is obviously a lot more, I would say, a lot more easier for you guys. And then for topic, you can put anything. I'm just going to put Shakespeare, but you don't have to always just put every single topic. Okay, you can just put English if you want. It's not the end of the world. So let's say we want to create a new lesson. I'm going to make that on the Tuesday. Okay, now let's do Monday, and I'm going to make it 23:55 to 12:55. So no one's having lessons at this time, but just an example. Okay, so let's say that's now taking place. The lesson is then scheduled. Right, now I want to show you what else we can do with the system. So I'm gonna go to the Sunday lesson, click on more details, and when you see this tab, okay, what's going to happen is it's going to show in green. There's going to be a big green button, and it's going to say use TutorCruncher or access TutorCruncher. TutorCruncher video, sorry. TutorCruncher video is basically like Zoom, Google Meet, or Teams, but it's the platform used for TutorCruncher. So when you click on that link, it's going to take you to a different tab, which is the platform TutorCruncher video. In that platform, unfortunately, there's no whiteboard, but there is a share your screen function. So you will need to share your screen, and then you can go onto OneNotes or whiteboards or Word document, whatever you want to use, and then you do your lessons there. That's only going to be for the time being. I will update when we will be changing the platform. Okay, so your student is going to see the same thing. Your student will have access to a calendar just like you. They're not going to see payment orders and available jobs and current applications and stuff, but they will see calendar and they will see my classes, right, or my jobs. So they will click on calendar, they will click on their lesson, and then they're also going to see access to TutorCruncher. So they'll click into that when you do at this time, 16:55. And then you guys will both be in the platform and you'll do your lesson then. All right. I hope that makes sense. So once you're done with your lesson, you're going to then have an option to complete. So it says, are you sure you want to mark this lesson as complete? You say yes, mark complete. Now you have to automatically generate a report. Okay, so it's just loading now. Okay, so you're gonna just say well done, Jackson, great class. Okay, now please be careful and bear in mind that the parent is going to see these reports, all of them. Okay, as soon as you have done a lesson and as soon as you have finished a report, they will get an email with the report. So please don't make it something um, don't make it something like very bland, like good job or just well done. Make it something nice, like well done, Jackson, great class. Homework is page 55. I don't know, anything. Okay, just add some details there. Of course, at the end of the month, add a bit more details. Okay, so I know you guys don't like to send me reports, so at least now there's no excuses. Nah? You can send me all of your reports, and I can then see it. The students will also see it, and the client can also see it. The parent, sorry, will see it as well. So then you click Save Report. So now when you've done that, okay, just taking a bit of some time to load. Okay, once it's complete, then you will see it show up here in My Reports. Okay, so this is where all the reports are going to show. All right. Okay, so I've showed the My Jobs tab and then My Reports. Now, in terms of uploading documents for your students specifically, how you do that is this, okay? So you go to My Tabs, you go to your lesson, and then you go to Documents, all right? Now, when you upload a document, only your student will be able to see this. Currently, tutors and other parents and other students can't see it. If you find that they can, or if I see that they can, then please let me know, okay? And then I will just sort that out in the settings, or I will actually just speak to our developer to see what we can do. But as of now, when you upload something, only your students is going to see that, okay? So you upload something like homework, upload past paper, whatever you want to upload. You click OK, then it's going to basically show there. Then it's going to show on documents as well what you've uploaded. Okay, your student has a document tab. So your student has on their portal, I just want to explain what they see. They will see dashboard, they will see calendar, they will see my classes or my jobs, they will see my reports, and they will see documents, and then they will also see lesson recordings and TutorCruncher video. Okay, so under documents, they will see what you've uploaded over there. Lesson recordings, you can record a lesson within TutorCruncher video. It will show up over here. Okay, it says you have no available recordings. Recordings are currently only available with the TC video integration. TC means TutorCruncher. Okay, enabling lesson recording on a job will automatically record all lessons, and these can be accessed here. Okay, then next quickly, let's show TutorCruncher video, what the platform looks like. I know this video is a bit long. I'm just trying to keep it short. Okay, just taking a bit of time to load. Okay. Right, so platform is loading. So similar to Zoom, similar to Google Meet and Teams. Right, so my camera is off. If you guys are gonna catch me here in bed. Okay, I'm kidding. All right, so you can see it's quite basic. There's just people, chat, and share. So you'll share your screen, and then you can basically like, yeah, you click on the tab that you have your whiteboard, your OneNote or Word document open on, and then once that's done, I just now I share my Spotify here, and you see my music. Um, yeah, so you'll share your OneNote, and then once it's there, the students will basically see that. Okay, that's how you're going to do that, right? Then there's a chat function, basic, very simple, and then there's a people function. All right, that's how it works. Then when you're done with your lesson, you click leave. Okay, so I'm now going to go back to this. Cool, guys. So that's all. So when it you will see this add Zoom for free thing. Don't click on it because you're probably gonna have to pay for it. Um, and yeah, so if you pay for it by accident, ish, that's coming out of your payment, okay? But just don't click on it. Please don't click on this, guys. Um, that's basically the entire system. Very simple, very straightforward. Okay. If you have any questions and if you're struggling a bit, then let me know. I understand it'll take a bit of getting used to, but that's the entire system, guys. I hope that you enjoy it. Hopefully, it goes well for everyone. Please, I'm looking for feedback. So, we want to pilot this. If there are any issues, then you let me know. Okay. But as of now, it's been working pretty well from what I've heard. So thanks guys for watching this whole video. Let me know if you have any questions and just continue to do your best as a tutor for Pinnacle Tuition. I'm proud of all of you. You work really hard and nothing goes unnoticed. So thank you so much for all your work and sacrifice. Just do your best, help your student, and just take care of yourself. Do your best in everything that you do. Thanks guys. Speak soon.